Hello, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna talk about VPN and how you can establish VPN connectivity or settle a VPN connectivity between two hosts using GNS3. Well, in this case, I'll use GNS3. That way you can see um, what is this about. Um, Basically, this is a topology. I'm gonna send you guys via email. If you let the in the comments below your email this practice right here using IPsec tunnel. And this is a specific case. We have three routers in GNS3. You can configure. You can bound. You can bound um, this GNS3 with VirtualBox. When you bound them, you're able to use Windows 7 or any other system and GNS3 as a computer. In this case, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make this possible. And first off, we have to use this program. Um, Let me put it right here. Cisco, the Cisco Configuration Professional (CCP). That's a program that we will use to settle the VPN and to connect the two PCs. In this case, PCA and PCC, by using this program and establish a VPN connection. So I'm gonna start right now GNS3. All right, so let's start GNS3 right here. Okay, I'm connecting to server. I'm gonna go cancel right here. You can just create a new name for this project. I have already projects right here, empty projects. I'm gonna open this up so I can begin my project right here, and I'm gonna start um, putting this topology in GNS3. I'm gonna use R1, R2, R3. There are three routers that we're gonna need. Okay. And well, two switches. I have a real switch right here that I can use, but I'm not gonna use that real switch because I'm not gonna start doing, or I'm not gonna do VLANs. I'm not gonna make VLANs. This is not about switching. Pretty much is about routing. So I'm not gonna use real switches. I'm just gonna use the switch right here that GNS3 brings by default. And here is the thing that I want to explain you. When you basically when you are able, okay, you have two options right now. You can use a PC, for example this one, which is Windows 7, but I'm not gonna use Windows 7 right here. I would rather to use my own PC, the one that I'm using right now, which is Windows 10. I'm not gonna use Windows 7 because if I pulled up right here the Windows interface, then I start a brand new computer. I turn on a brand new computer. I have to install Cisco Configuration Professional in that computer in order to get to this router or to this router. So it's better if I use my own computer, my own computer to do this. I'm not gonna use any virtual PC to configure this tunnel. That's what I'm basically trying to say. So what I'm gonna do is when you install GNS3, there is an option that says cloud. When you pull up cloud, cloud is gonna give you the internet adapters that your computer has right now. Ethernet is a physical adapter that I'm using right now to connect to internet. Then when you click on show special Ethernet interfaces, it's going to give you virtual interfaces already installed in your PC. There are videos in YouTube where you can basically get an explanation of how to create a virtual adapter in your computer. I'm not going to go into that right now because that's another thing that I'm not going to explain you right now how to do it. But in YouTube you can just install a virtual adapter. Let me add this up right here. Apply. Okay. Let me explain you what virtual adapter am I using right now. This one. And this one is the one that comes with VirtualBox. When you install VirtualBox, which is this program right here, Oracle VM VirtualBox, in order to create virtual PCs. When you install this program by default is going to install a virtual adapter as well. Because if you go to configure internet configuration, you're gonna find only the Ethernet, the physical network adapter that you have at that moment. When you install VirtualBox, you get this one, and that's the one that I'm using right now. Now this cloud, I'm gonna change symbol to a computer, meaning that this is my PC. Put right here, my PC. Okay. And I'm gonna start connecting this right now. I'm gonna use gigabit 00. I'm gonna use gigabit 00 and serial 30 31 gigabit 00. Okay. Now let me see how much am I gonna last. Probably half an hour more, 40 minutes. Right now this network is gonna be 192.168, that one, no, that 1.0, 24. This network is gonna be 10.1.1.0.30. This other network is gonna be 10.0.30. This network is gonna be the 192.168.30.24. It is in the same subnet mask, and also is in the same subnet. It belongs to the same. And I'm doing it this way because it's easier. You can just put it in a different way. because even though I'm not gonna use any routing protocol right now, what I'm gonna use is static. I'm gonna establish the connectivity, the connection as a static, using the static addresses. I'm gonna start configuring this real quick, but first let's turn this on. Start. I'm gonna turn this on. Okay. You can click right here so you can see gigabit 0030. This will make things easier. Now you open up the router 1, configure, terminal, interface gigabit 00, IP address 192.168.1.1. That's 0. No shutdown. And I'm gonna turn on, and at the same moment I'll configure interface 030 of router 1 and 111. Now shutdown. And if you want, you can put a clock rate. I'm not gonna put any clock rate right now. Let's move to phase 030 112. Now shutdown, and the connection is gonna establish from here to here. I'm gonna use the same router to configure interface aerial 3 1 IP address 10.2.2 1 5255 252. Shutdown, and that's established. Interface serial 3.1 IP address 10.2.2.0. I mean 2.2.2.5.2.5.2.5.2. Shutdown, and okay. This was the 1, and this was the 2. Let's open up interface gigabit 00 and establish 192.168.3.1. Okay, now everything is connected, directly connected. This is directly connected to my computer. This is directly connected to R2. R2 is directly connected to R3, and R3 is directly connected to this interface, the 3.0. The next thing that we want to do is try to ping from the PC that I'm using right now, by opening the command prompt. Ping 192.168.1, and that's, I'm getting replies. Okay, now I'm gonna settle static IP address. So for example, first IP route any to any of any subnet is gonna go out to the next hop, which is next hop of R2 is 10.112. Show IP route, and we have it right here. So any IP address is gonna go out to the next hop, which is R2. I go to R2 IP route, the 192.168.0 255.255.255.0 is gonna go out through its gateway or serial interface, which is 10.1.1.1. Okay. and uh, it means that now from R2 I should be able to ping 192.168.1.1, and that's 100% because I already added the static route. It is right here. It says that the R2 knows this address through 10.1.1.1, which is directly connected, and I do pretty much the same for the other interface, the 3.0 IP route 192.168.3.0 255.255.255.0 via 10.2.2 1. Okay, let's see. Actually, the T22. Okay, that's the next hop. Okay. And now, this router, no, IP route any to through next hop, which is 10.2.2.1. Show IP route. I should be able to ping everything right now, basically. Let's ping to the 10.1.1.1 and the 10.2. You see, everything is pinging right now. Even the 192.168 that one is pinging right now, and this one is gonna go to the 3 network also. So everything is connected right now because I have established static routes right here. Okay. Now, next thing I want to do, now that I have this, is establish the IPsec tunnel, which is the whole video purpose to establish that. We have already done all this. I'm gonna pass this to you guys, the ones that ask me for this in Facebook. I'm gonna email them that right at this moment, and then if you want to pass for me to pass this information to you, let me your email in the description below, and in the comments below, and I'll send it to you. Okay. Now, I'm not using any computer right here because I need this PC. My PC, I need it for to get to this R3 router to configure the tunnel. Right now, I'm not gonna do any of that. At the end, I will check the connectivity, and I'm gonna use Windows 7, but I need this computer to establish because in this computer I have I have running the Cisco Configuration Professional. Again, you can do it with the virtual, and you can install in the virtual the Cisco Configuration Professional. However, that's gonna be depending on the amount of RAM that you give to the virtual PC is gonna run very slow. So I would rather to do it in my personal PC right here. Alright, so I want you to notice this. If you're gonna use the cloud just like I did, if you try to ping the 1.1 network is not gonna work, and that's because currently config currently you're using two Ethernet adapters. One is a virtual one, which I have right here, and is established as a 310. Part of this actually is not part of this network yet. It's part of this one because, as I said, actually let me disconnect this, so I just don't want to get you confused. Okay, and let me connect this to this network. All right, now let's do it again. ipconfig. Here it is, my VirtualBox adapter, the one that I'm using right now, which is in the 310 in this network. And this other one, the one that says 15.9 and 15.1, that's mine. The personal, the physical Ethernet adapter, which basically that belongs to the my computer. Therefore, I'm using Facebook right now, and I have Google. Also, I can ping to Google at the same time. I'm connected to, to my virtual adapter. So I'm gonna start CCP Cisco Configuration Professional right now, so we can configure this. But first, we have to establish this IP HTTP hypertext transfer protocol server, authentication local, and we have to do create an R3 username and the privilege and the password. So let's open up R3 first. IP HTTP server. Username is admin01, privilege 15, 0 admin 01 pass. Well, let me see what I'm doing wrong. Admin 01, username admin 01, privilege 15, password admin 01 pass, and then IP HTTP authentication local. Now we have to do that first. If we don't do that first, it won't work in Cisco Configuration Professional. Now, when you install Cisco Configuration Professional, which is this right here, you can Google it and install this program in your computer. It's very simple. You just put download Cisco Configuration Professional, or again, you go to the useful tool that is YouTube and download Cisco Configuration Professional by looking at a tutorial of how to download Cisco Configuration Professional, and there they are gonna explain you that we have to do something with Internet Explorer, since Cisco Configuration Professional uses Internet Explorer to work with, and also Java. You have to update Java in order to use Cisco Configuration Professional, and do something with Java as well that I can show you. I can quickly show you right here what this is all about. Let me go to configuration compatibility, and you have to put this right here. You just click on add, and you put this address 127.0.0.1, and you click on add, and that's all that you have to do to Internet Explorer. Then you go to settings right here. You click Java, open Java. You go to security in Java, and you have to put this in the edit. You click in edit, and you put this to HTTP and HTTPS, and you add it up to Java so we can work with Cisco Configuration Professional. The moment I'm not gonna go into that. Let's focus in getting this running. Cisco Configuration Professional. I'm gonna open this as administrator. Yes. I was gonna start Cisco Configuration Professional program. It's probably gonna give you some alerts. This is the way that it should be basically showing. Java is gonna start running. Now if it gets a little bit if it is stuck right here, is frozen, you can close the program and reopen it again. Okay, now this is the first thing that they are gonna show me, and also this is the warning that is gonna tell me server is gonna be connected and could be dangerous, but actually you have to accept it because it's not dangerous and execute the program. Now what are we gonna do? Remember that in R3 we just settle a password and a server, I mean a username and a password. Now that's what we have to do right here. First off, we put the address of the gateway of R3, which is 192.168.3.1 admin 01 admin 01 pass, and we're gonna click OK. And then that we click OK, we're gonna click on discover. It's gonna discover the whole thing right here. Now it's getting R3 router hostname R3, and now is discovered. So we have access through Cisco Configuration Professional. We have access to R3, and now we can configure the VPN. First thing, click on configure, then go to security. It's gonna tell you to go to firewall. I did not have the image to establish a firewall right now, and this is mere security. This is all security. I'm not gonna establish a firewall right now because I don't have the image and I don't have the access to establish firewalls. This is the first step that is gonna indicate right here to establish the firewall connectivity. It says choose basic firewall and click launch the select task button, and there is gonna give indication A, B, C, D, E, F is all firewall, but I'm not basically doing that right now. If you want to do it, you can do it by downloading the image for a firewall and establishing the firewall, which is basically is all for security. Is not necessary for this right now. If you don't want to do it like I'm doing right now, just leave this first steps alone. Don't do it, and go to use the CCP VPN wizard to configure the EasyVPN server. That's the part that we're gonna get to. We're gonna go to VPN. We're gonna click on EasyVPN server. It's gonna tell you AAA is disabled on the router. AAA must be enabled to configure EasyVPN server. We have to enable AAA in the router, so we click in enable, yes, and deliver. These are the commands that are gonna be put in the router, so we don't have to go to the interface of the router, configure terminal to put it. You just have to deliver them right here, and Cisco Configuration Professional is going to deliver those commands by default. It's going to deliver them into R3. As you can see, it says new model, authorization exec default local, authentication login default local, VTY 0 to 4, login authentication default, and you click deliver, you click OK, and now it says AAA has been successfully enabled on the device. Now you can launch ECVPN Server Wizard, click next, and here you're gonna put right here on number 2, and you're gonna choose the interface that the is gonna connect the IPsec tunnel. Let me show you from here to here. The interface that is going to connect the IPsec tunnel is the 0001. It's not the gigabit 00 or the fast 01 in this case, as the image shows right here 01. Is the actual 0 interface, the one that you have to put right there. Since I'm using different interfaces because I'm using GNS3 and I have different type of routers than this practice has, I'm just gonna use my interface, which is this interface, the 031 of R3. And click on pre-shared keys. By default is already enabled. Pre-shared keys is enabled. You click on next, and then once you click on next, you're gonna click right here also next, and once you get here, you're gonna click also next, and then you're gonna get to this group authorization and group policy lookup. Right here, all you have to do is click next, and then you're gonna come to this user authentication XAuth. Local only is gonna go by default. You're not gonna touch that, and then you're gonna click in add user credentials. You're gonna click on add, but first let me move this a little bit right here. So I can see what is gonna be the, okay, so we click on add user credentials, add, let me move this to the side. Okay, now it says in the user account window, click the add button to add another username. Enter the username VPN user 1, and the password is VPN capital user 1 pass, and we repeat the password VPN user 1 pass. We click OK, and then we are gonna click here's account. Let me see if I'm not forgetting to do anything. and then we're gonna go again to XAuth um, window, and we're gonna, now that we have already add user credentials, we're gonna go and click next. Then we're gonna add right here, we have another window which is indicating in the add group policy, which is this window, enter a VPN access as the name of this group. Enter a new pre-shared key, Cisco 12345, Cisco 12345 lowercase, Cisco 12345 again, and leave the pool information box check, which is this one. Create new pool from 192.168.300 to 192.168.3.150. Put right here in the subnet mask 255.255.255.0 mask 24, and enter 50 for the maximum connections allowed, 50, and click OK. It's gonna tell you Cisco CP warning, the IP addresses in the pool and the IP address of the interface gigabit 00 are in the same subnet. Do you want to continue? You click yes. Doesn't matter if it's the same subnet. Once that you have done that, you click you basically are gonna return to the same one. Click in the idle timer, put 1 hour. It means that after 1 hour, disconnect, or basically disconnect idle users if there is no activity for 1 hour, and then it allows another users to connect after 1 hour. You click on next, and then you will have this finalize, and you're gonna deliver to the router all these commands. Look, all, let me see what okay, is already delivered. All the commands has been delivered. They have been delivered. Now we're gonna test the VPN server, and then you click on the start, and the tunnel is up. You see, the tunnel is up. We have finished settling the tunnel. Okay, now connections are already established. I'm gonna use the PC so we can ping from my PC to the PC Windows. I'm gonna start Windows 7. It's starting Windows 7. You're gonna notice how this is gonna open a VirtualBox, as you can see right here, and it's gonna open Windows 7 by using VirtualBox, which you can also, again, I didn't learn this from a professor. I did learn this from YouTube. YouTube is a very useful tool that you can use to establish VirtualBox in your computer and install PC, virtual PC, like I'm doing right now. I'm using Windows 10 right here. Inside Windows 10, I'm using Windows 7, which I can use Windows 7 to use Kali Linux to do hacker things, or you can enter a deep web from this PC right here. It's very simple. So if you want to learn this, just subscribe to my channel. I will teach you how to get to those later on, not right now. This is not the case. Just want to mention this to show you how useful it is to get this installed in your computer, the VirtualBox and GNS3 as well. You can also use Juniper in GNS3, but I'm not gonna get to that right now. Okay, we have this PC running. Let's see what address does this PC has. ipconfig. It doesn't have any address. Let's see why. Oh, it's not connected yet. I have to connect it here to this network, the 10. I think that I had already. I was getting config. Oh yes, I have already configured the 110, which is gonna work for this network right here. Now I can ping from my PC, Windows 7, 68.1, and I also can ping 10.1.1.1. I also can ping 1.2. I also can ping to the other side 3.1, and even ping the computer that I'm using right now, but I have to get the firewall down because right now I'm using a firewall. So I go to firewall, deactivate firewall, deactivate firewall. Remember then later on to activate firewall, mostly if you play games online. Firewall is deactivated. And now from PC I can ping the 310, which is my physical computer, the one that I'm using right now. And I also can ping, but I have, in order to ping different, because I'm not getting replies from, not even from the serial interface. It's already connected in this router knows this network right here, but it's not gonna do it because my Ethernet physical adapter is blocking, is doing NAT, so he's thinking that he has to do NAT in order to get out of or to other router right here. So let's go to options, and this is the physical one. We're gonna disable the physical. Disable, yes. Now it's disabled. I have lost connectivity now. I don't have internet. And I'm gonna ping from my PC again to the 10 network. And you see I'm getting replies now because I deactivated the physical, and I'm using the virtual one, the virtual adapter. I can even ping to the other PC, which is the 110. But let's see if I can ping the tunnel that we just did, which is 192.168.3, 100. Am I getting replies? 150. Am I getting replies? Let's see if I can put right here. Let me try something else right now. Ping or show IP interface brief. Show IP interface brief. You see there is a virtual template 1 is already established.